This video is a basic demonstration of the hypermodeling technique in the Eclipse IDE. The idea of hypermodeling is that source code fragments, like methods or classes, are belonging to different dimensions at the same time. For example, the customer Deo class extends a Deo helper class of a framework. Such dimensions are equal to concerns and they are detectable through various detection methods. The corresponding detection methods can be dragged and dropped into a query that determines the fragments that belong to this concern. A query for the fragment slice containing all the fragments that belong to concerns listed in the query can be executed via the flash symbol. The result of the query is shown in the Package Explorer by activating a filter for the result. Showing the result in the Package Explorer is an advantage, because it's the most used view in the IDE, and also a developer doesn't have to learn a new view. Right now, a query for another dimension is composed, the slice of unsafe cast through non-parameterized generic usage. The slice of deprecated consumers is added, like shown through the createCustomer method that consumes the deprecated crossed-out mic constructor of the customer class. The result shows now both slices. Like shown, the suppress warnings annotation is added to suppress the warnings that appear when compiling. Often such suppressed warnings get forgotten. When refactorings are done, it is important to check which deprecated methods are consumed, especially when the warnings are suppressed. Like shown, such case is supported without changing the global compiler settings. Slices can be combined with an AND module to determine fragments that belong to different dimensions at the same time. Right now, another method of the result is shown. This method belongs, besides the deprecated consumer dimension, to different dimensions that are marked through annotations. The first dimension is the suppress warning dimension that is already known from the query. The second dimension is the request mapping annotation out of an application framework that indicates the reachability of the method over an URL. The third annotation, roles allowed, comes out of the Java Enterprise standard. It is used for secure interception of method calls. Like including a slice to a query, a slice can also be excluded. This can be used to identify unsecured request mappings. Finally, the result shows only request mappings that don't have the roles allowed annotation. This showed how complex and helpful questions can be answered through the combination of various slices, just with AND or without operations, and the idea that source code fragments are in multiple dimensions at the same time. Another interesting slice is the query for members of a package. But not only members of a package can be determined. Also all elements that use fragments of the package can be uncovered. It's also possible to do a drill down to the consume of classes and interfaces in the package. Right now, only the consume of the owner controller class is asked. The drill down can go even further to the method level. The consume of the selected form method is shown. Also concerns from other areas are supported to form slices. For example, mylin task. One application is to uncover elements that are in several tasks at the same time. All other operations would be possible additionally, especially the combination with other slices. Currently, the result shows the combination of elements that are in both tasks in the AND module. Also, markers and problems from the error view are supported as partitions in the query. Further, normal Java elements can be added as a slice. For example, this can be used to exclude all elements that are not of interest from a query. Furthermore, it unleashes the possibility to have multiple search results in a query. This way it is possible to build unions or intersections of search results. An advantage for aspect-oriented programming is the drag-and-drop support for aspects. Easily the slice of all the aspects advices affected elements can be accessed through the Package Explorer. To give more flexibility, the possibility to support the drag and drop of annotations of the editor view is shown. This way, a programmer can use all his custom annotations. Another way is the drag and drop of the generic annotation concern. There a free name and parameters can be chosen for an annotation. Right now the name controller is filled in to see which classes are controllers. Also, a concern is added that determines fragments that have the string controller in their name. The shown owner controller belongs to both queried slices. Coding conventions like controllers have to be named controller are often standard. The name of the owner controller is changed and it hurts this convention. Through excluding the name controller slice, such violations of conventions can be revealed. To see more about systematic code inspection with hypermodeling, see hypermodelling.com.